How to build $1 million salon. What does it look like to build a successful salon producing $1 million each year? The highest income producing service that you have in your salon.
The beauty industry moves fast, but building a millionaire salon requires more than momentum. With over 30 years of hands-on experience, we help salon owners implement proven systems that increase profitability, strengthen leadership, and drive sustainable growth.
This is where salon owners evolve. Millionaire Salon Consultant.
Hey guys, my name is Sandy and I'm with Millionaire Salon Consultant. We just started our YouTube channel. We're going to invite you to please like and share. Click on the little bell so you'll be notified whenever we put a new video out. The purpose of our company is to educate salon professionals as to how to build a successful salon, and not just a successful salon, but how to build $1 million producing salon. What does that look like? Whether you just left beauty school, or you're renting a booth, or you're renting a suite, or you're renting a space, or you even have a salon already, we want to educate you as what does it look like to build a successful salon producing $1 million each year. Now, a little bit about me. I've been in the salon industry since 1991, aging myself. I have had 5 different salons. All 5 of them I've sold. I started off in New York. I had 4 in New York. And I had 1 in Orlando, which we sold a year ago. No, 2-3 years ago, sorry. I'm aging so much, time is going away from me. That's horrible. My first salon I had, we grew it from just a regular salon into a 24-hour salon. So the salon was open 24 hours, 7 days a week. We were featured on New York 1 in New York. They were doing a special on what to do after dark. So they featured us. They came in at 10 o'clock at night because they wanted to prove that we're really open 24 hours. I think they got there 10, 11 o'clock, and they were there for a few hours filming and just watching us do our job. So we did have a 24-hour salon. So I know a little bit about what I'm talking about. So I'm going to go over how to build $1 million salon. And that's what we help salon professionals do. We're a consulting company. So if you have any interest in learning how to do everything I'm going to discuss with you on the video, just give us a call, send us a text, or respond, send us a comment down in the video. Okay, now let's get into it. If we want to create $1 million salon, the first thing we're going to have to figure out is what is going to be our niche. What's going to be our specialty? What are we going to specialize in? Because your specialty is going to have to be the most income, the highest income producing service that you have in your salon. So the highest income producing service will be your niche. Your niche will also be something you're a master at. Something that you're going to sharpen your skills at. So it could be hair braiding, hair weave, hair extensions, hair coloring, hair cutting. Whatever that niche is, that's what you're going to do. Your niche could also be the way you run your salon. Maybe you want to be the only 24-hour salon that's in your area, right? Or maybe you want to be Salon on Wheels. Salon on Wheels was a salon I had when I first started because I used to go to people's house to do their hair or their businesses or their hotels, wherever they were. So it was called Salon on Wheels. So maybe you want to have that niche. So whatever your niche is, that's what you're going to use to get to that millionaire status, right? You got to create a niche. Once you create the niche, we're going to have to go into branding. Our branding and avatar must be the same. I covered this a little bit in another video, but I just want to touch on this real quickly so we have a stepping stone, right? And then your location. Your location at this point in time, if your goal is to get to $1 million status, then your location is going to play a huge part. Because once you have your avatar and your niche, you want to find, how am I going to reach these people? If I want to be the best salon that specializes in hair extensions and I want to charge a certain dollar amount for my hair extensions, then the thing is, who is going to pay for this? And where am I going to reach these people? And where are they going to be willing to come to get this service? So am I going to be in a shopping mall? Am I going to be in a plaza? Am I going to be in a standalone building? All this is going to play a part. Now, I will tell you that you may want to be in a shopping plaza, or you may want to be in a very busy area so that people could see you. Why is this? Because marketing today is very expensive. So we want free marketing. So if we're going to be paying a landlord rent, right, in a location, we want that location also to market for us. And the way it's going to market for us is it's going to be busy and people are going to be able to see our name. Name recognition is going to be key and very important. So that's super important. Next thing we want to do is we want to make sure we have a huge online presence. We want to make sure we do that. So we want to make sure our branding and our logo and everything else follows all of the social media websites. So TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, everything. Soon as somebody see your logo on any of the platform, they should know who you are. That's how you got to market. Got to be the same across everything. And then for YouTube, you want to create educational videos. So whatever your niche is going to be, you want to make sure you're educated on the topic first of all, and then you want to make sure you're educating your clients on the topic, on the niche that you have, right? For me, it was hair extensions. We specialize in hair loss, problems with volume. Will your hair, I'm trying to remember how we run. It was, do you have a hair problem? Do you suffer from bald spots, thinning hair, or will your hair just not grow? Come and let Sandy and her staff work their magic on you. Oh my God, I remember my ad. That was our ad. So anyway, so that's what you want to figure out, what your niche is, and you want to push it. In our salons, all we did was push that. Our niche was always hair loss, ear problem, how to take care of your hair, all that stuff. That's what our thing was. By the way, I'm from Jamaica. So every time I say the word hair, it's H-A-I-R, not A-I-R. Please forgive me, my accent sucks. Okay, and I've been here from 1989. Anyway, the point is, you want to educate yourself on your niche, and you want to make sure that you're educating your clients on that niche. You want to educate them on how to take care of their hair at home. You want to educate them on why is it necessary. Let's say it's hair coloring. How do I take care of my hair color and prevent my hair from breaking when I have a hair color in my hair? How do I prevent my hair from getting dry and brittle because of the color that's in my hair, right? What is the best way to color my hair? What are the best products to use at home, right? All that great stuff. Why should I get my hair done professionally? Why should I get my hair color done professionally and not use the hair color in the kits that I could get from Sally's? What's the difference? Well, I could go to Sally's and get a kit for, I guess, $10 now, right? And color my own hair. Why am I coming to you so you could charge me whatever you're going to charge me? What is the difference? You got to educate your clients. Believe you me, when I was in the salon, in the salon as a hairstylist, we had a YouTube educational channel, and we used to educate our clients on all this stuff. And we got so many clients from off of YouTube at the time because nobody else is doing it, right? Nobody else is really, and that's the problem with the hair industry. Nobody else is really, I shouldn't say that. Let me take it back. Not a lot of people are educating the public on how to take care of their hair and any of that stuff. And also, when you open your salon, you don't have too many people that's teaching you how to grow the salon, how to hire staff, how to implement systems in your salon. We don't have too much of that. So that's where we need to fill the gap. And that's why our company was born. So let's get back into it. So operations for $1 million producing salon is going to be very important. We're going to have systems in place. We're going to build a salon to sell the salon. So not only do we want to make $1 million in our salon each year, we also want to build it to sell. So we know what makes a salon up: service and retail. The two goes together. We have to have retail, we have to have service. We should have 60% retail and 40% service. I know you're going to push back on that. What do you mean? No, you want to have more retail than service because you're human and you could do but so much. How do we have 60% retail and 40% service? By educating our clients. By making sure each time our client leave the chair, they're actually taking retail products home with them, unless they already have it at home and they got it from us. We want our clients to buy our products because we want them to represent us when they're walking on the road, right? The best advertising is a walk-in billboard. What's a walk-in billboard? It's a customer that got their hair done by you, and they're walking around and people can't help but admire what they're looking at, and they ask them, oh my goodness, where'd you get your hair done? Their co-workers, oh my gosh, who did your hair? Oh my God, that looks so good. Oh wow, I have to find your hairstylist. Who did your hair? That's what you want to do. But you want to create systems in your salon so that no one stylist is doing a client from start to finish. That you cannot have that. You cannot have a stylist doing one client from start to finish, because all you're doing is helping that stylist to build a clientele to leave the salon with. Your clients that you work so hard to market, they come in the salon, they start going to this one stylist. The stylist did their hair from start to finish, so they get used to that stylist, and when the stylist leave, there goes those clients. You don't want to do that because you're not going to be able to build to $1 million if you keep losing clients to stylists, right? So what you want to do is you want to build systems. So you have different people doing different things. You have the shampoo people, you have the hair cutting people, you have the hair extension installers, you have the hair colorists. It got to be on systems. You have to build systems. One of the best book I've ever read was E-Myth by Michael Gerber. And I suggest you get that book. E-Myth, E-M-Y-T-H by Michael Gerber. Phenomenal book. It shows you how to build systems in your salon or in any business, right? So as you're reading the book, you're like, okay, I have a salon. How does this relate to me? But that's what you do, and that's what we created. So we have to have systems in place. We have to have retail. We have to have 60% retail, 40% service. We have to open the salon to the client. What do I mean by that? If your ideal client works 9 to 5 and your salon is open 9 to 5, when are they going to come to you? On Saturday? So think about this. My ideal client is a professional person. They work 9 to 5, business person. They're very busy. They have kids. They have a husband. Kids have stuff on the weekend. And the only time they could come in to see me is on the weekend because that's the only time I'm open. And when they come in to see me, I have so many clients or I'm so booked up that maybe one, they can't get in when they want to get in because I'm booked. Or two, they have to wait weeks to get into me because I'm only available on Saturdays when everybody else is off. That's the one thing that we did not do, and when I got my hair salon license, the first thing I said to myself was, why is it that every salon that's open are open when people are at work? Back in those days, that's what it is. I know now we have remote workers and all that stuff, but for the most part, most people work Monday to Friday business hours. Would we agree on that? So if they're working 9 to 5 or 10 to 6 or 11 to 7 or whatever it is they're working, and our salon is open only at that time, when are they going to have time to come in and see us? When are they going to have time to come in and see us? On Saturdays? Because most salons are closed Sundays and Mondays. Who made that rule? Why are most salons closed Sunday and Monday? Why? Why can't we be open 7 days? Why can't we have a schedule? Let's think about companies like Walmart, McDonald's, Burger King, I don't know, Wawa, whatever comes to your mind, think about a business that's open 7 days a week and they're either open 24 hours or they're open from maybe, let's say 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. How do they do this? The reason why we have a mental block in the salon industry to not want to open extra hours is because we put all the work on ourselves, the owners. So the salon owners believe that we are going to have to be in the salon all this time. So there's no way I'm opening the salon and there's no way I'm going to be in the salon from 10 to 10. But that's not what a successful salon looks like, guys. A successful salon is you have different shifts. When we had our 24-hour salon, we had 8 a.m. One shift was 8 a.m. in the morning to 4 p.m. in the evening. Second shift, 4 p.m. in the evening to 12 midnight. Third shift, 12 midnight to 8 a.m. in the morning. Okay, and you're going to ask me, okay, Sandy, who come to the salon from 12 midnight to 8 a.m.? Okay, I'll tell you who did. People that are about to go on a job interview did. A lot of nurses. We were close to 2 different hospitals, so a lot of nurses, when they're coming on and off of their shift. A lot of transit workers. We were in New York at the time, so we had the bus drivers, people that work on the trains and the buses. They would come. People that had very odd hours, like people would leave work at 6 a.m. in the morning and they'll come to us. People going to parties on the weekend would come to us. People going to church on Sunday morning would come before they go to church. I'm so sorry. That was our clients. So there were people. I was surprised. I tell you, I swear to you, I was surprised. I had the idea of opening the 24-hour salon and it was surprising to me. I was like, wait a minute, it's 12 o'clock in the morning. I can't believe somebody's coming in the salon. Maybe I did it as an experiment, but it shocked me and it became a thing. And if any of my stylists out there that work with me, you know that's true, right? Okay. So think about your hours of operation. You could do shifts. You do not have to just open the salon 9 to 5 or 10 to 6. Or you could have different days. Like you could say, on Tuesdays we're opening 10 to 6. Thursdays we're going to open from 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. Okay, if you want to control it that way. But for you to get to the millionaire status, you're going to have to open your horizon to operating hours until you get to a certain point. Once you get to a certain point, you could start messing around and you could start saying, well, these days are going to be by appointments only. But you have to build to that level. So in order for you to build to that level, you must think about the hours you want your salon to operate in, the systems you're going to put into play, and what your shifts are going to look like. Maybe you say, you know what, I'm going to open from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Okay, what is that going to look like? Your avatar is going to have a lot to do with that. Your avatar is your ideal guest. When do they want to get their hair done? When are they off? The people you're attracting that you want to, like, have you ever had a client in your salon or just doing a client and you're like, oh my gosh, I wish I had 10 more of these clients? That's your avatar. That person is your avatar. Now, how do we find 10 more of that ideal person? And when do they want to come to the salon? What do they want? What's important to them? What time of the day do they come? What hours would they like for you to do, right? That's how you create your hours. Don't just create your salon hours based upon everybody else doing it. And another thing is this. We used to be open 7 days, obviously. Sundays, believe it or not, was our very busy day. Sundays was a very busy day for us. Very, very busy. Because most salons are closed. Now, am I telling you as a salon owner to work on Sundays? No. But I'm pretty sure some of your hairstylists wouldn't mind working on Sundays. Maybe you're married and you have kids and you can't do it. But what about the single people who are also in the hair industry? They could do it. So don't limit yourself to just you. That's the thing. Don't limit yourself to just what you could do. Open your horizon, see what you want to do and explore it. At least explore it, right? At least explore to see what that would be like. Because nobody says we have to be closed Sunday, Monday. What about if you want to close Tuesday, Wednesday? What about that? How about we close Tuesday, Wednesday and we operate Thursday through Sunday? Or Thursday through Monday? What would that look like? Right? So on the path to being a millionaire salon, we have to take a lot of stuff out of our heads. For the people who already have a salon, all you have to do is extend your hours and figure out what that would look like and start to bring in more retail. When you design your salon, if you can, I don't know if you already have a salon or not, but if you're going to design one, make sure you have retail products in front of the client. So make sure if your station is here, there's a little retail thing that has a few things there. Don't put all the retail in the front of the salon because a lot of salons have a lot of retail in the front, a little bit of stuff in the back. Make sure the retail products are spread out throughout the salon. So as the client walks through the salon, they're seeing your retail products everywhere. Because retail is super important. That's why when you go to the salon in the malls, think about when you go to the salon in the malls, right? The malls are very expensive. Would we agree that if you have a salon in the mall, it's going to be quite pricey, right? So what do they do in those salons? What they do? They have all it's almost like a beauty supply store, and then they have this hairstylist in the back for the most part. Would you agree with that? Or even if they have the hairstylist, like I think Walmart is a different store, right? So they don't have that much retail products in the salon in Walmart. But if you go to the actual mall, you'll find out that a lot of the retail is in the front and then the stylists are in the back. Or you have products and stylists combined together. So you have some retail and you have a station, some retail and you have a station. Retail is going to be important to you. So make sure you're doing that. And I know I spent a lot of time on this, not hours, a lot of time. But you can see how passionate I get about hair, right? I'm very, very super passionate about hair. So your hours of operation, your staff, your systems, what systems are you going to have in play? What are the systems going to look like, guys? Who's going to be the shampoo person? When I come in, who's going to be doing my consultation? That's another thing. You have to do a consultation for every single client that walks through the door. Even if somebody come in and say, hi, can I have a quick wash and blow? You need to say, okay, no problem. Let's go and do a little bit of consult. Oh, come back to my chair. And instead of taking them to the shampoo bowl because they asked for a shampoo and blow dry, you want to take them to your chair and you want to start asking, going through their hair. How are you? Okay, great. What brought you in today? Your hair looks like it's kind of dry. What's been going on with it? Or have you been having any issues with hair before we get into your wash and blow? You must do a consultation, guys. You must do a consultation. When you go to the doctor's office, think about this. When you go to the doctor's office and you first sit down, what happens? They take your name, they call you, right? They start, they take your weight, they take the pressure, they're asking you all these questions before the doctor gets to you, by the way. So this is the nurse asking you all these questions. Where are you in today? What's going on? How long has this been going on for? What is that? That's a consultation, guys. So we need to do a consultation on every single client that comes through the door. Why? Because we need to understand what's going on with them, and maybe we could upsell the service. Maybe they, instead of just getting a quick wash and blow, maybe they need a deep treatment. Maybe they need an oil treatment. Who knows? Maybe they're like, I need a wash and blow. My hair's kind of thin. I was thinking about getting some extensions. Maybe you could make an appointment for some extensions. Maybe you could make an appointment for a hair coloring after the wash and blow. Because maybe they don't have time to do a wash and blow plus the hair coloring. but you have to have a consultation. Hair care has got to be at your core. So hair care, I'm trying to say the word correctly, has got to be your core. From that, because when we go to beauty school, hair care is what they teach us. From that comes your specialty. So no matter what you're specializing in, hair care got to be key core, because if people don't have hair in their head, what are you going to do? There's nothing to do but put a wig on, I guess. Right? So hair care has got to be the core. So what are we doing during our consultation? We're educating our clients on hair care. How are you taking care of your hair? What do you do? What do you use? If you go in the pool, if you go in the beach, what's happening? What's going on? You got to educate them. So you have to be very educated on hair care, which is what we strove to do. I'm very big on hair care. And from hair care, okay, so let's say I'm specializing in hair coloring. Okay, so I'm going to specialize in hair coloring. You need hair care. In order for you to have beautiful, flowing, colored hair, this is what you're going to need to do to your hair to make sure it stays that way. We don't want it to break. We don't want it to fall off. We don't want you to keep blow drying and putting all this stuff on it. We want you to use heat protection. This is the stuff that you need to do. So that's how you build a millionaire salon. You got to have systems in place. You have to think about your opening hours, right? You have to think about retail. Retail must be on there. You must outdo your competition. It's just no way around it. You must outdo your competition. You must open your horizon and think about, wait a minute. Do I really need to operate 9 to 5, or can I operate another time frame? If I was to put shifts with different stylists coming in different time, what would that look like? And guys, it's so easy today because there's so many cameras. You could have cameras all over your salon. You could be in Hawaii and your salon is in New York, and you could be seeing everything that's going on. So it makes it so much easier right now. You could also have a part of the salon that does salon on wheels, where you could either come in the salon or we could come to you based upon what you're getting. If you're in an area with a lot of tourism like Orlando is, you could even create services where you could go to people's hotel room and style their hair or do their hair. Maybe they're in for a conference and they don't have time to run to the salon, but you could go to them and get their hair ready for them to get in the conference. So many times we got to do that, right? So let me know in the comment what you're thinking, what your thoughts are on everything that we just discussed, and if you got any value from this. And if you're thinking of taking your salon, maybe you're thinking of, okay, I just leave the school, beauty school, I just got my license, where do I go from here? Those are the people we love to work with because they're fresh, they're green, they have no preconceived things in their head, they have no idea, so they listen to us more carefully. But anyway, whether you just got your license, or maybe you're renting a booth, or maybe you're renting a suite, or maybe you already have your salon, you just want to take it to the next level, whatever it is, get in touch with us and we will be able to show you and work alongside with you to get you to the next level. That's what we do best. I had 5 salons in my career and I sold all of them. We want to build a salon to sell it. And the only way we're going to build a salon to sell it is if we have system in place and we're doing things that nobody else is doing that's unique to us and our area. Thank you so much for listening, guys. I'll see you on the next one. Remember to like and share the video, guys. We wanted to build our YouTube channel so we can get out our information to more people. See ya.